How's she going right there? It's Denis here from Denis Logie Outdoors. Out in the backyard. Little backyard update. These little guys are getting big. I just let all the chickens out. There's the older ones and the ones that were born in the spring in April. There's 3 of them left. That one right there, you can see the top of her head. Looks like she's just going through a molt. So she's starting to get some new feathers in. That was one of the broody ones that I had last. So that one, and then there's a silver one that looks just like that one. So I'm hoping next year that they go broody again. That one there with the pin feathers on her head, she went broody a little while ago, but I didn't give her any eggs, so she didn't have a chance. It's too late in the season, and I have way too many of these chickens running around right now. So those 2 little ones right there, they're the Americanas. I'm hoping that they're females. I'm not sure how you can distinguish between the males and the females when they're at that age with the Americanas. With the other juveniles, I think I can kind of figure out. I think that's a rooster right there. His tail's getting really long and he's got quite a bit of a comb on him, and it seems like he is really aggressive with a couple of other roosters. They kind of face down, head to head, and they just kind of fight. I believe that's another one right there, the white one with the black neck. And I believe beside him, that little white one is also a rooster. So we'll see. I think there's at least 4 roosters in this batch of 10 little ones. And then, like I said, I hope the Americanas are females. There's the big rooster. He seems to be quiet today, which is good so far. Usually I've noticed once I start talking, videoing, they start crowing. I believe that's a female. Yeah, so this compost pile, I did up the last 5 meat kings the other day, and you can see the feathers. So I buried all the remains that were left in the feathers in this compost pile. I gotta try to do a better setup because they're picking at this so bad. A lot of it I'm losing some good manure and stuff over the bank. So either, I'm gonna put like a set of logs on this end to try to hold it back. Soon I'm gonna rake all this up, bring the tractor down here, scoop it up with the front bucket, and I think I'm just gonna put it where those last batch of potatoes were, where I think I'm going to expand the garden. I'll show you that here in a sec. But also I have to rake out the whole pen. I think I'll do that today if it doesn't rain. There's probably 6 inches of manure and stuff in there that's got to come out. That's the other broody, usually the other broody female right there. So this portable fence I have in here, fencing, I'm going to tear all that down and save it for next year. And I'm going to scoop all this stuff out of here, throw some new wood chips in, and the same deal here. I'm going to clean that bottom of the pen out and scoop everything out of there once they got all the food eaten up. So in the morning I try to feed the youngsters and keep them separate from the older ones. These guys here, the laying hens, get laying food. Once they start laying eggs, then you give them a different type of food. These younger ones, they start out with starter. You do that just for a little bit, and then they have grower food. So I mix grower with whole oats, and so first thing in the morning when I throw the food in, I try to keep them locked down into their own little separate areas so they get the right food for the first little bit. anyhow, that's kind of what's going on here. The grow out rabbits, they probably have another 2 weeks left. Yeah, so right down there, I think I have 7 grow outs. Been moving them around in that tractor on grass. It's kind of nice now because I had 3 tractors on the go, 2 of them with Meat Kings and one here with the grow out rabbits. Was getting kind of busy going around feeding everybody, moving everybody, watering all of them. So once these guys are ready, there's one real dark black one I wanted to keep as a breeder, but it's a male and I don't need another male. Actually, I have 3 males right now. I have 1 too many. So I think the older male that I have, I'm going to retire him soon, but I wanted to prove out the other 2 males that I have right now. I should have 3 batches of rabbits coming here in another week to 2 weeks. All 3 of them were bred. We'll see if that happens. One of the young ones that I kept, the really light brown one that was in this grow out the last time, she did well. She had 9 babies, but she lost all of them within a couple of days. So I don't know what the deal was there. She didn't know to feed them or what was going on. I don't know. I bred her again. We'll give her another shot. Hopefully she makes it through. They say when they're younger like that, you can start breeding them starting around 4 months old, 4 to 5 months, and that's what I did. And when you do that, the numbers of kits seem to be higher, and that was the most amount of kits that we've had so far, 9. So I thought that was going to be great. A bunch of different color ones. There seemed to be some white and darker colored ones, which I thought was going to be good, but like I said, they didn't make it. So like I said, I have 3 females. They've all been bred, so with any luck, law of averages, there should be another 15, 5 if they had 5 each, another 15 little ones coming, and I get 3 tractors left, so eventually they'll get into tractors, and coming on to the winter, we'll start thinning them out. Anyhow, that's kind of what's going on today. It's a real dreary, kind of wet day out. The one bad thing about letting these guys run around and my laying hens run around, which that'll come to an end here once the winter comes. In one of our flower beds, I found a whole nest of eggs, a couple of nests. I think there was nine eggs, so obviously there was no one sitting on them. I had to throw them all out, but they're not going back, and some of them aren't nesting in the nesting boxes, so I can't figure out who that is, which kind of sucks. But anyhow, we still have lots of eggs once I figure out which one those ones are, and once these guys get locked in here. And if I have to, maybe what I'll do is I'll keep them locked down till a certain amount of time in the morning. The only thing is that pen now is getting a little small, that run for this amount of chickens. So the adult ones and the juvenile ones, I know now for sure I only have 1 rooster, so obviously I don't want to get rid of any of those. And later on this winter, the other roosters that are getting bigger, and if they start messing around, fighting, I'll start thinning them out, and they'll be going to freezer camp. But here in a bit, probably once things slow down after deer season, I'll probably have to make this run a little bit bigger. I think the size of the coop may be okay. If not, I did pick up another coop the other day, and I may have to haul it down there and maybe try to incorporate 1 run with 2 coops. and get them to share one big run. I don't know if that'll work out or not. Anyhow, that's it for now. If you think of it, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that kind of good stuff. Thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh?